Hello, wherever you're watching this from. My name is Thom Donovan. I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm happy to be part of Don't Block Your Blessings Festival. This is called Fell in Love in June. Fireflies illuminate the skies, the sweet light in your eyes, draped in blue, right on cue, as I dance alone with you. I just wanna be here with my arms around you. Feel the light of the moon. We fell in love in June. Always seems to rain. You said you felt the same, but the clouds passed when you said my name. Someone else kissing you would tear me in two. I hope you feel the way I do. I just wanna be here with my arms around you. Feel the light of the moon. We fell in love in June. Leave me still with only time to kill. Lay by you on this foothill. I just wanna be here with my arms around you. Feel the light of the moon. We fell in love in June. Feel the light of the moon. We fell in love in June. Feel the light of the moon. We fell in love in June. So that little interlude was called Tuning. This is called When I Was a Young Man. When I was a young man, I wished to be a priest, and I gave up God when I learned she wasn't real. Grabbed me some fruit from trees hard to reach, busted open with a knife, so now the blind can see. Weapons need holsters to rest their weary bones, so I made my way into this bar to get out of the cold, quickly disillusioned by the drums and the boards. Reminds me of the teachers faking history on boards. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Serrated edges don't cut but shred the skin like an army in a village that have no business in. Landscapes of beauty turned ugly by the sins of piggish little monsters who dig their heels in. Somehow we still find love, the hurricanes of fear, put our arms around our babies and beg to keep them near. We cry in the sunset, so happy we feel sad. Hold on to each frame, taking good, taking bad. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Hold on. So I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where I live. And I moved here 11 years ago from St. Louis, Missouri, which is where I was born and raised. My wife was pregnant at the time, so we thought it'd be a good idea and the perfect time to put our life into a U-Haul van and move to a different city. But we love Nashville. We've made a lot of friends here, and obviously the music here is pretty amazing. But before I moved here, I would come here and write songs occasionally. And one of the first streets that I saw when I came here is called Division Street. And when I first saw it, it sort of felt like it needed a song. It's one of those streets that almost says too much and too little at the same time. So I wrote the song with my friend Ken Harrison, who is a lovely Canadian from Toronto. He's an electronic music guru, and he and I wrote this song together a few years back. This is called Division Street. If I could ask you how to turn this thing around, how to keep from falling, would you tell me? Could you take me past our division street, past is conscience calling? Would you take me? I don't want to end up haunted by the crack in the road we miss. Sometimes you only notice when you turn and walk away. It was right there, staring you in the face. On the corner where I tried to get your name, where I tried to convince you just to see me. Can we go back and pretend that nothing's changed, like we were always the same? I don't want to end up haunted by the crack in the road we missed. Sometimes you only notice when you turn and walk away. It was right there, staring you in the face. I don't want to end up haunted by the crack in the road we missed. Sometimes you only notice when you turn and walk away. It was right there, staring you in the face. You were right there, staring me in the face. So I'm assuming everyone is clapping in between songs, so I'm just going to do what you normally do at a show and say thank you very much. This is sort of interesting to be here in this room. This is the room that I make my records in, which as you can see is not a fancy recording studio. It's just a room in my home with some books, my laptop, an affordable microphone, and this guitar. And my new album Timekeeper was made in this room, and it was recorded mostly during lockdown. I'm going to talk more about that album in a little bit. But, you know, I've dedicated my life to music, and I've spent so much time playing music all over the world. And when you find yourself in a situation where you can't do it, you can't go out and play, the world shut down because of COVID, we couldn't travel, we couldn't book shows, and I really didn't know what to do with myself. So I did what I normally do, and I just started writing songs, and I made a record. I wrote a novel too, which is probably a separate conversation, but we'll talk about that some other time. Anyway, this song is called Shapes. I'm going to play a couple of more old ones, and then we'll get into the new record a little bit. I see you in the spotlight, by the river, dark as your hair. I dream of you with wide eyes, with the beautiful stare. You cut my heart. I hear a perfect song, a perfect symphony when you talk. I don't need an invisible God. Gods never show up, but you're always there. Your sweet comfort in the night, bouquet of changes, leaving no trace. I keep these thoughts locked inside, inside a still frame, image in my mind. I hear a perfect song, a perfect symphony when you talk. I don't need an invisible God. Gods never show up, but you're always there. So my son is 10 years old, and as I've already told you, we moved here when my wife was pregnant, and back then we used to sit around and sort of wonder what he was going to look like, what he was going to sound like. We just had the little ultrasound photo taped to the refrigerator, and we didn't really know much beyond that. So I had this idea to send him a postcard out to whatever little pocket of the universe he was occupying back then. And when he talks about that time, he refers to it as his first apartment. So this song was written for Julian. This is called Postcards. Don't stand in front of what you do, though. Keep the past right outside your window. Let the morning rain hit your face and cool you. You don't need drugs to keep you sane when youth leaves you like a neglected friend. Stare straight at the light as it penetrates you. You're the only thing that I need, the only thing that I need. breath as you peer into outer space. Telescopes and mirrors bend as you gaze through a hole as black as night. Don't let me lose you. Your face lit up like the northern lights. In the stars like the darkness they ignite. I'll hold you tight because I know I can't live without you. You're the only thing that I need. The only thing that I need. The only thing that I need. You're the only thing that I need. The only thing that I need. The only thing that I need. Thank you. So my new album, Timekeeper, like I was telling you before, was recorded in this little room by myself during lockdown. And the inspiration came from, in November of 2019, I played John Prine's music festival in the Dominican Republic. I was playing guitar for Ruby Amanfu, and we played the festival. And I was lucky enough to get to meet John and his family, and just being around him and hearing him sing those songs and being that close to it was just an incredible experience. And so it inspired me to write this record, which is way more stripped down. And if you're familiar with any of my older work, it's not so stripped down. So my last record was an electronic record. And I had been wanting to write something acoustic for a very long time, and John really inspired me to do that. And then shortly after that, COVID happened, and then of course it would just be a few months later, and unfortunately we lost John, which was a pretty devastating blow. So, you know, he inspired this album, and just like he's inspired hundreds of other songwriters. And so everything shut down, the world shut down, and I just went to work, and I made this record in this room. And last Saturday, I found out that it is on the ballot for the Grammy Awards, which I was not expecting. That's never happened to me before. That's never been in the realm of possibility. So there are actually three. The album, Timekeeper, is in the folk album category. And then there's a song on that record called Another Bird Leaves, which is in the category for American Roots Song of the Year and American Roots Performance of the Year. So I'm incredibly honored and blown away to even be in this conversation. And I wouldn't be in this conversation if it wasn't for John Prine, because I don't think I would have made this record if it wasn't for John. So, John, wherever you are, thank you, because this record is something that I'm incredibly proud of, and I appreciate everyone that's taken the time to listen to it. So this is one of the songs from the album. This is called Shake Shake Bridge. Gotta stop the way I'm spinning around. I come running when you say my name. I'm embarrassed to admit I like the pain. It's just the way you talk. It's kind of messed up how this works at all. Your moves, your curves, your edges. Even though this bridge shakes, I wanna go over it. 'Cause I am every bit as broken as you. Blaming everyone for what I couldn't do. I know love sometimes hurts, and I know it's hard to find the right words. It's just the way you talk. It's kind of messed up how this works at all. Your moves, your curves, your edges. Even though this bridge shakes, I wanna go over it. It's just the way you talk. It's just the way you talk. It's kind of messed up how this works at all. Your moves, your curves, your edges. Even though this bridge shakes, I wanna go over it. Even though this bridge shakes. Even though this bridge shakes. Even though this bridge shakes, I wanna go over it. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the kind comments and the floating hearts and all of those things. It takes a lot of discipline not to read those things while I'm singing these songs and remember the words. This is another song from the new album. This is called Dance with a Little Darkness. I've been sleeping all day since my love went away. Front row tickets came to a cancel game. Dreams are strange, especially when they come true. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Get the feeling, everything we touch will go. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Rainbows over graveyards, the widows of soldiers not coming home. Dead leaves looking for the roots, the walls that keep hope from getting through. Dreams are strange, especially when they come true. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Get the feeling, everything we touch will go. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Hills are burning by the fire, with the dreams of another young rider. Kids are playing at the public school, while the money gets moved to another interest group. Dreams are strange, especially when they come true. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Get the feeling, everything we touch will grow. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. Dance with a little darkness in our eyes. The song was originally recorded by Leonard Cohen. This is called The Partisan. When you pulled across the border, it's caution to surrender. This I could not do. I took my gun and vanished. I've lost my wife and children, but I have many friends. Some of them are with me. And a woman gave us shelter, kept us hidden in the garret. Then the soldiers came. She died without a whisper. Without a whisper. There were 3 of us this morning. I'm the only one this evening, but I must go on. Frontiers are my prison. The wind is blowing. Through the graves, the wind is blowing. Freedom soon will come. Then will come from the shadows, from the shadows. There's a mort at Fetch-en-Moi, every dear and senior toi, déjeuner à peu. J'ai repris mon amour. J'ai changé son froid de nom. J'ai pas dû faire un effort, mais je t'endormis. J'ai la France entière. reste morte sans surprise. The wind is blowing, through the graves the wind is blowing, freedom soon will come. Then will come from the shadows, from the shadows. Thank you. This next song is also on the new album, and this one was co-written with my lovely wife Madeline. And this song, the characters in this song are sort of a combination of a few different people, but it was inspired by some of our friends and neighbors here in Nashville who went through unbelievable experiences to get here. And there was a little boy in our neighborhood named Alessandro who, when you hear him tell the story of what he had to do and what he had to go through to come here, it's unbelievable that a little boy had gone through that. I mean, he must have been going through these things at 8 years old, you know, going days without food or water, traveling through water, avoiding all sorts of dangerous people and things. So we wanted to write a song that sort of spoke to that, because at the time, I mean, there was so much sort of ugliness going around immigration, and you know, regardless of where you fall on that issue, I'm certainly not a policy expert, but what I do know is that we're talking about people, and so we just kind of wanted to humanize some of the things happening in this conversation. So that's what this song is about. This is called This Land. The fields are dry, we're not getting by. In my mind I'm crossing lines for a better life. My brothers in Tennessee said there's work there for me, sending cash and love for us to leave. La familia mi amor, it's time to close the door of this little hacienda by the bay. Put my hands in the dirt, I'm happy for the work. There's no job above or below me. When they look at me, they see the bracelet by my feet, like the cattle tagged on the prairie running free. I love to watch you play with your friends in a pickup game. Reminds me of a hacienda by the bay. A letter was received, it said we had to leave. This land wasn't meant for you and me. Poppy, please say no. 'cause I don't wanna go. I miss playing with my friends in the snow. We're off to where we're from, south of the setting sun. No more hacienda by the bay. We're off to where we're from, south of the setting sun. No more hacienda by the bay. So earlier, I told you that 11 years ago, I packed up a U-Haul and moved from St. Louis, Missouri to Nashville, but that wasn't actually the first time that I packed up a U-Haul to move to a different part of the country. Many years ago, there was an attempt to move to California, and it got so far as to Madeline and I putting our entire lives in a U-Haul. Well, no, not yet. The house was packed up. We drove that morning to pick up the U-Haul. She got out of the car to get the keys and check in and do all of that. I didn't move out of the passenger seat. And she turned around and she looked at me. And I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't do it. So the idea of putting your life in a U-Haul and moving away from everything that you know and are familiar with is one thing, but then there's a whole other thing when you go to do it and you get to the final step of actually putting your shit in the truck and then you don't do it. That's a whole other thing. But I spent a lot of time in California. I love California. I have dear friends there, and so I wrote this song as a love song to the state of California and what might have been. This is called California. I'm gonna dedicate this one to Anna Lee. So Anna, if you're out there, this song is for you. California, can you raise the dead? Can you lift me up out of my bed? When the sun is shining, do people cry? Do you get the blues from a gray sky? You don't know what it's like to be cold. Stand up here, 'cause I'm waiting, but it all falls away. When you go away. Break my heart in a million pieces like a fall line running through my veins, and it all falls away. California, do you have a light that I can borrow, but I won't return? Shine on, people shine on, feel the wind in your lungs, don't fade away. You don't know what it's like to be cold. Stand up here, 'cause I'm waiting, but it all falls away. When you go away. Break my heart in a million pieces like a fall line running through my veins, and it all falls away. It all falls away. Up like the sun and I'm waiting, but it all falls away. When you go away. Break my heart in a million pieces, like fall I'm running through my veins. Fall I'm running through my veins. Fall I'm running through my veins. To the state of California. Hair blows in a breeze like an evergreen. The smile lights up the day, ain't she sweet? Come down, love, get lost in the clouds. Birds will sing as they touch the stars. Voice carries a past over Tennessee. Castles of pink and gold, beauty queen. Come down, love, get lost in the clouds. Birds will sing as they touch the stars. Come down, love, get lost in the clouds. Birds will sing as they touch the stars. Thank you. So my album Timekeeper is out now. It's and this song is called Another Bird Leaves, and this is one of the songs that's on the ballot for the Grammy Awards. And the reason I'm saying that over and over again is A, I've been doing this for a very long time, and that's never happened to me in 25 years. So my mind is blown, and I'm really, really excited about this. So yeah, I'm really happy about it. But the other thing about this is so many of these songs are sort of, I mean, some of these songs kind of go back to parts of my life from many years ago. And I lost my dad when I was 31 years old. And, you know, you lose people in your life, but there's something about losing a parent. And that's what this song is about, you know, just sort of how everything is, how limited time is. And I guess that's another reason why the album is called Timekeeper, and just how precious time is. And so I wanted to write something that sort of spoke to that. And, you know, I was thinking about my dad quite a bit when I was writing that song and when I was recording it. And I mean, he's the reason I got into music anyway. It was his record collection, most of which is on these bookshelves behind me. Some of these old Motown records, Gordy records from before it was called Motown. So the fact that that song is on the ballot for a Grammy is just really special. It really means a lot to me. So I'm going to leave you with this one. And really quickly, I want to say thank you to my buddy Arezu for putting on Don't Block Your Blessings Festival. It was really amazing to be a part of it. If you guys have the opportunity, there's a bunch of really great artists. Please check out the other artists on the festival. I think you'll enjoy it. So thank you to everybody at the festival for having me on. Thank you all for tuning in and your lovely messages. This is called Another Bird Leaves, and I hope you have a good night. Try calling home, you didn't answer the phone. My mind starts to race to the darkest place, the darkest place. Falling stars in the night fall like tears in your eyes. Feel my soul turn to steel. I got scars that won't heal. Another bird leaves against my will. Crazy thing to say, pretend it's okay, too proud to change. Ignore the pain, ignore the pain. Falling stars in the night fall like tears in your eyes. Feel my soul turn to steel. I got scars that won't heal. Another bird leaves against my will. Falling stars in the night fall like tears in your eyes. Feel my soul turn to steel. I got scars that won't heal. I got scars that won't heal. We all got scars that won't heal. Another bird leaves, another bird leaves, another bird leaves against my will. Okay, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.